I often get the question, what is financial coaching? Let's look at the following distinction. On the one hand, we've got our agenda as planner or coach. On the other end of the spectrum, we've got the client's agenda, what the client wants and expects and what from the conversation. On the one hand, we've got training or we're telling, and on the other side, we let the client discover their own journey. If we then look at that, mentoring will be where we have got our agenda, what we want to achieve, and we are telling the client what we think they should do to make their situation better. Where if we look and allow the client some self-discovery, but also it comes from our agenda, what we think will be the best route for our client to achieve their outcome. That will be taking a consulting or advising approach. So we listen to the client, we get the information, we process that information, and we then come up with the solution. Where on the other side of the spectrum, where we work with the client's agenda, we allow the client to tell us what is important for them. We can then either do a knowledge transfer where we, through training and telling, allow the client to understand and broaden their horizon, for argument's sake, through financial literacy, or we can work with the client that they discover their own journey towards achieving financial wellness through a coaching process. If we take this further, we can then look at the following few thoughts that a good friend, coach, and mentor of mine, Michelle Clark, shared last year somewhere. If you are teaching your clients stuff, you're teaching, not coaching. If you are offering your clients stories from your own life, you are mentoring, not coaching. If you are solving the challenges your client has by offering advice, you're advising and consulting, not coaching. If you are shooting the breeze with your client, you're chatting, not coaching. If you are setting the agenda for each meeting based on your own plans of how this could all go, you're driving, not coaching. Then what is coaching? Now your role as a coach. You're walking alongside your client in a partnership of equals. Your client is the expert and you are the expert coach. Use your tools of deep listening and powerful questioning to help your client to determine the direction, the resources, the networks, and the self-knowledge required to get to where they want to go. A last thought on the topic of coaching and planning is, if we then say we as financial planners need to integrate financial coaching as part of the planning process, what will that be for us? How will it look? I always say to students when I talk to them at universities around the career and the profession of a financial planner that we are privileged that we are bringing together two professions. We're bringing together the numbers, which the accountants work with, integrating that with contracts, what the lawyers work with. If you look at this picture, it will be the left corner on the bottom left, the environment, where we then as financial planners take into consideration markets, legislation, numbers, contracts. We offer clients tools like budgeting templates, etc. However, if we look at this picture, we as financial coaches can offer the client much more. If we start on the right top corner, we are curious as coaches to understand the client's personality, but also let the client understand their own personality, how their relationship with money influence how they observe the world and money, and their attitude towards money. We are curious for clients to understand how their relationship, by engaging with people in their family, communities, influence how they engage, earn, spend, and save their money. And lastly, we are, as financial coaches, also in a position where we can help our clients to embody whatever they want to achieve, those dreams and ambitions that they've got that they want to achieve in terms of their financial planning. Help them to move from financial anxiety to financial wonder through embodiment, making sure that there's no say-do gap, that what they say, they also execute, and help them to understand on that learning path to build the capacity to close the say-do gap. For us to be able to do that, we need awareness as planners ourselves to stand and listen deeply to what our clients are saying and wanting, and helping them to explore and build their own capacity to achieve that, for them to take accountability of their own lives. That is financial coaching.